speaking from a stage and I want to reference something that happened at today's event, I would notify those people. I would send a push notification to those people.
Hmm.
Likewise, if I go to an event tomorrow, then I'm going to have a good idea of who's downloaded my pass, who I'm actually speaking, not who, but in general, who I'll be speaking with from that particular event.
Yeah, that's a great
There's
one.
general interest. David, along these lines, Terry asked, as for the new segmentation feature, will that work inside a workspace for our clients?
Yeah, it works exact same way. I kind of just explained to you what it is. Here's how it works. Okay, so if we go to a pass here and we click on one of these passes and we go to your share page, right? This is the edit screen for your share page right up here. Click on that. It's going to take you to the page where you can manage and edit the content on your actual share page. So what you'll notice here is a new tab called tag. Okay. So what you do is imagine Drew is speaking at AI Marketing World. All right. And he wants to set up a share page for AI Marketing World. He wants to take, the QR code and put it up on the screen, get people scan it, install the pass, and be tagged so he can keep track of all of the passes that were added at that particular event, right? So you click add tag, you give the tag a name, AI Marketing World, right? And now we save. Okay, saved it. Now we click here. And what we do is we generate a special link for you. Okay. So if I copy this and we go and put it in a new tab, you'll see it looks just like the share page always has. There's no really change there. But what you'll notice, I don't know if you can see it, but uh, there's some parameters added to the URL. So it's a question mark tag equals AI Marketing World. So anybody who installs that wallet pass via this page, this exact URL, will have that tag applied to their wallet pass. Does that make sense to everybody? And then what happens is when you go to send a notification, let me show you. Let me just first, it won't do it unless I install this. Hang on one sec. There we go. Add. Boom. So now when you go to send a notification, you can set up a new notification, choose the pass you want, and you can select the tags that you want to send that pass to. You can do multiple tags too. So maybe there's Drew spoke at 4 different events and he only wants to send the notification to people who are at one of those 4 who are at those 4 events, right? So if he had more tags here, he can apply them. And then nothing else really changes here besides dictating which tag that you want to be applied to this notification. Super simple. Really not much to it at all. Don't overthink it. Does that answer questions about that?
I think so. So Dara was asking, how do we segment after the fact? I don't think that
You can't.
you can't
You
really retroactively
yep.
segment. But if people have downloaded your pass and you want to notify them, you notify them. So I would say anybody that's legacy that has downloaded your pass, just deal with that as you
It is what
will.
it is. I mean, sometimes, we just can't do it. In our workspace, we're able to see how many customers in that workspace. So let me answer that question. Let's get out of here. So if we go to a workspace, so share workspace, right? Now, there's not like a visual of who has access to your workspace, but we have security parameters in place to kind of take care of this for you. So number one is you set a password for your workspace, right? You set the password. Number two is you have to add an authorized email. So say you're working with Sal's Pizza and Sal himself and Sal's, manager Carolyn are the two people who are going to have access to that. You would add both of their emails here as authorized emails. And then when they go to log in, when you give them the URL here and the password, they'll only be able to log in via the verification code from one of these two email addresses. So really, you can totally control who has access by adding their authorized email address. It's not like a free for all of who can log in, who can access that workspace. There's security involved there. Does that answer the question for you? Hopefully.
I think another question. So, can people that have access to the workspace can are there analytics on people on the passes within the workspace?
There are. Have you taken a look at it? Have you gone through any of the training? Because we talk about all that stuff in the Sendpush 101. There's about a 20-minute video on workspaces. But let me just show you here. So basically, you choose to share the workspace, right? I'm going to take you through the entire process right now. Share workspace. This will be off by default. You'll toggle that on. You will set the password here, right? This you're going to set this password. You can generate very secure password for you here. Also, you'll put in the authorized emails of people who can access that. You can add a logo here. I would recommend adding your client's logo. It makes them feel special. Makes the workspace feel like it's theirs. And then you want to put the from name. Don't skip this because this is when they get the authorization email to log in, it's going to say either from Sendpush if you don't add this in, or it'll say from you or your agency if you do add this in, right? So this is important here if you want to keep the white label in play, right?
Let's
And
pause there for a
congruent.
second, David.
Sure.
Everybody that's on this call, did you understand what David just said? Give us a number one in chat if you understand this. Because I think understanding this is going to cut back on concerns later if you don't put that in there. It's like, oh, it's not white labeled, and you're going to give David and I a bunch of shit, right? We don't want that. We don't want that frustration for you. We
Yeah.
want you guys to understand that this is a critical component. If you're okay with it just being whatever, don't put anything in there. If you want it to
Yeah.
come from you, make sure that you put this in there.
And again, we have full training on this. Really, like if you go through the Sendpush 101 training, we go through all of this in detail. Really, it'll take you about 45 minutes to go through the entire thing, and you'll learn about the entire platform. There'll be very few questions that you have afterward. Um, yes, we have to remove all the Sendpush information within the different tabs, etc. Yeah, I mean, obviously. Okay, so you go through that, right? Copy the link. You're going to send the link to the client. You're going to set the password. You're going to put their email address in or the email address in of people who will be allowed to access the workspace, right? Add a logo, either yours or your client's, change the from name, hit save. Okay. Now I'm going to log out. I'm going to use that URL. Looks like this, right? That's the logo here to access the Common Grounds VIP Club workspace. Enter your email. There's the email. I authorized it, right? Put the password in. Now I'm going to get a verification code sent to me via email. It just came. You can't see that. I don't think you can see that. Can you, Drew?
No.
No. Okay. It's just a very simple email. It says your access code for the Common Grounds VIP Club is. They're going to copy that code. I'm sure all you guys have done this when logging into softwares or tools, right? I'm going to come back. I'm going to take that code, paste it in here, verify, and boom, I'm now logged into the workspace. And the workspace is looks a little bit different. It's more streamlined, it's simplified, and that is on purpose, right? None of your business clients want to take a deep dive into learning some software tool or some software platform. All they want to do are the things that matter to them. They want to be able to send a notification and perhaps set up a geo alert. That's it. That's all they want to do. If anything above and beyond that, I'd recommend you doing it for them. So notifications, they can send a new notification. It works in the exact same way that I just showed you when I demoed, adding the tag. Tags, also work here. Once you select the pass, boom, there's the tag thing, right? Boom. Um, Locations, they can add their own geolocations just like you can. And also here are their analytics. These are now for notifications that they've sent from their workspace. Okay. Super simple, streamlined, easy to use. We're going to be adding some things here that give a little bit more information, like how many installs their pass has. Some more detailed analytics are coming. Already working on that stuff. But right now, it's really simple, easy to use, and it will allow your clients and customers to do what is important to them, and that's just to simply send a notification or set up a geo alert for their business. And frankly, from our experience, um, most businesses don't even want to do this, Drew. They like having somebody do it for them in many cases. Um, so, any other questions we have here?
So Terry was asking about where do they add the tags?
They can't add tags. You can add tags for them. Currently, we might add that ability in the near future. Don't worry about that. Don't. My best advice is do not get caught up on these things.
Yeah, this is one way. Like right now, what I would recommend is that you offer a kind of a hybrid service for them as you're working with them. Like most of the time, most of your clients, all they're concerned about is being able to communicate with their audience.
Mhm.
That's it. This is what this tool is. It's a communication tool that you can help them get the downloads, right? Like by through your consultation is okay, here's the collateral. Um, you're at a conference. Here's your business cards with a QR code. Here's your 9x12s with a QR code. Here's your flyers. Here's your tabletop tens. Here's your wall clings. Here's your all the different things, your social media links, all the kind of stuff. What most of these people are concerned about is being able to communicate with their people as opposed to managing another piece of software. If they
Yep.
mostly everybody knows how to send a text message. For those that want a little bit more of a, a hands-on type of stuff, I would not recommend doing that.
Yep.
It usually goes by the wayward. So do a hybrid, right? So, hey, we're going to build out these tags. Here's the campaign. If you're going to event number one on Friday, November 7th, and then you're doing another one on the
Yeah.
14th, well, November 7th is the tag. November 14th is the second tag. You're doing this on their behalf. The QR code, the collateral, that information that's going to be working with them, for those particular downloads is going to be associated with that particular day.
Yep.
So that's get creative and just start to offer,
Yeah.
hey, as part of this service, we will include 3 months of consultation and define what that looks like, or package it on top of it. Like I'm meeting with somebody today, and they're probably going to be interested in a lot more than just being able to send push notifications and stuff. So I'm jacking the price up to 3K, right? For that plus, month to month types of offers. It's not just,
Mhm.
being able to send push notifications. Guys, listen, comparatively to other platforms and all kinds of stuff out there, this is super, super cheap.
Yeah.
Super cheap.
I also wanna say something too. It's like it's astonishing to me. We have digital agency owners, Drew,
Yep.
who are confused about this stuff inside of Sendpush. People who sell digital marketing agency services to small businesses, many of them never go through our training here. They never look at the instructions. They're confused. They're sending in support tickets about being totally confused about how anything works here in the platform. It's mind-boggling to me. So just kind of equate that to if a lot of you guys are like not quite sure what's going on and have tons of questions about how everything works, imagine passing this off or a workspace that has like all these different features and options to it to a business owner. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. So
Not
just
a
to
good idea.
give you a 1,000 foot down. I mean, there's some good questions coming in, and don't get
Yeah,
mixed up in the wood in the weeds,
yeah,
right? Drive downloads, because if you're able to help them communicate with their
that's it.
customers and clients, we have somebody that's got multiple thousands of people that have downloaded their pass. right?
car wash company.
Killing it,
Thousands,
crushing,
thousands of users. Yeah.
crushing. If you're able to send a push notification or a set up a geo alert, and it causes a bum rush of sales, do you think do you think that the next time that you go in there and show the analytics and they report back to you that, oh my gosh, we had the best month ever, revenues through the roof, do you think that they're not going to listen to you for the other stuff that you can sell? Other
Yep.
passes if you want to. If you want to sell other passes. Dara was asking, when would we add another pass? Maybe a different situation, maybe a different location,
Maybe never.
maybe
Most
never.
businesses don't need more than one pass. I mean, it's not necessarily something a business needs.
Yeah.
Most don't, right? Here's the thing. I feel like a lot of the agencies are getting caught up in the technical stuff.
Yep.
Your job, which is going to end up making you money, monthly recurring income over time, is doing just what Drew was talking about. Your job as an agency, as a consultant, is to help them drive the pass installs, strategy, ideas, working with their staff, right? That's the key. It's not tinkering around with the software. Obviously, you got to have a general understanding of it, but go get clients because Drew and I can help you with any of the technical stuff. It's the easiest part of the equation. We've been saying this since day one. You've got to go work with these businesses, come up with a strategy, come up with incentives, ideas to help them get their customers to install that pass. Once they do, it compounds over time. And what I mean by that is the more people who install that pass over time, it becomes less likely that that business is going to leave you or cancel the service. It gets to a point, there's a tipping point where they're just now paying you to not turn the thing off, right? We can't transfer the pass to some other service. It's not possible by, via the technology. There's no like download and upload into some other software tool. If they stop paying you, it's done. They're turned off. They lose that direct connection to the lock screen of their customers and prospects and clients' phones.
Yep.
So the key here is not to tinker with the software. The key here is to go, number one, make a sale, go talk about this, go tell businesses about this, go get them to understand how this can benefit their business, make a sale, and then work with those businesses to come up with strategies and ideas and a plan to help as many of their customers to get that pass installed. It takes time and it takes consistency. Does everybody get that? Like that is the key here to making money with Sendpush. The software, the tool is the easiest part of the entire equation.
Yeah, the main differentiator here is making a difference in your clients' lives. Like nobody wants a pass. However, the facility, the function of the pass is communication. I would debate anybody to say if you were working with a cheesesteak place or any type of business, breakfast, you know, destination, all kinds of different stuff. If you were able to drive business, a line of people outside the store because, of a very crazy special offer, the utility there is revenue, right? Contrast and compare where everybody else is promising the world and you're actually communicating with these people with the least amount of friction ever. Everybody understands, quote unquote, sending a text message. If we're able to build that cadence, get a number of downloads, seriously, Thanksgiving here in the United States is just a couple of weeks away. I dare any of you, and for those of you, for our friends across the pond, anywhere in the world, everybody understands what dinner is. I dare you. I dare you to invite 100 people to your house, to your flat, to whatever, and tell me that that's not a lot of people. If you're able to send a push notification and invite people into your offer, which is dinner in this situation, 100 people. Now imagine having 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000. You might actually shut that business down. That's a good problem to have. So your actual results that you're getting are the installs, and it'll become passé to these people.
Yeah.
But compared to all the SEO, all the AI, all the bullshit that's out there, and not that AI is bullshit, but everything else is
Mhm.
like, okay, it's a luxury. And who are they going to go to after that? If you've got to sell them AI, you got to sell them website stuff, all the different things. If you start with the basics, teaching them how to ride the bike, building the list, and allowing them to get to that point, then you separate yourself from it, right? You essentially walk away, and they're still paying you month after month after month. Who here would like to have 100 clients paying you $1,500 to $3,000 a year on autopilot every single year, right? That's what you're doing. Like, do you want to be sending push notifications? Do you want to be changing out passes? Do you want to be doing all that kind of stuff? No.
There's
Most of
definitely
these,
work involved. There's work involved.
yeah,
You gotta work with those companies as a consultant, like I just said too, to put a plan in play. Sometimes businesses too don't follow your instructions. You got to work with them. The staff, got to get the staff bought in, right? They've got to say, hey, have you joined our VIP club? If they don't do that stuff, people don't do what? They don't install the pass, right? It's not like a kind of a passive thing. You've got to actually make it happen, right? And then, one more tip here too from stuff that we're seeing from other agencies is keep it simple. So many of these agencies, you guys are trying to come up with ways to make this thing entirely complex. Can it do this? Can it do that? I need it to do this. No, no, this is a simple broadcast channel. If a small business has a book of customers, works great for retail, works great for any sort of brick and mortar business that has a book of customers that they want to keep in touch with, that they want to keep informed. This works great for, especially like food service, restaurants, hospitality, spas, things like that. It's amazing for, right? It's just a simple broadcast tool.
yep,
For instance, a massage studio. They get a cancellation on a Monday morning for their noon appointment. They can instantly go to their computer, send out a push notification to hundreds, if not thousands of people, and hopefully fill that appointment, right? So they don't have a dead spot in the middle of their day. Things like that. Very, very simple. Oh, we've got buy one, get one pizza slices until 5 p.m. tonight. Bing. It's just very simple messaging, alerts, broadcasting. It's not, don't make it any more complex or complicated than that, because what you're going to do is make your life more complicated. And there's no
how
need.
many of you defaulted to appointment reminders when you just heard that? Give me number 2 in chat if you appointment reminders, reminders, appointment reminders. Nope, screw that. You don't need to deal with that. Just basic broadcast. Somebody calls out, boom, you're sending a push notification to 1,000 people who are interested in getting a massage. First come, first serve. Boom. You
Anybody
serve
get
that.
a anybody get a push notification that we were hosting a webinar past couple days?
Yep.
There you go. There you go.
Did we do
Nothing.
two-point factor authentication that Dara is going to be showing up or not? Nope. Just a
Nope.
plain old invite.
Track exactly how many people showed up from the webinar from the past. Like, no, just I just need another opportunity to get my thing, my idea, my message in front of some eyeballs of customers or people who are important to my business. We also sent that same message via email, right? Via school, via Sendpush, via schoolmate, right? It's just increasing the percentage or the chance that you can get your message or your important, you know, idea or thing in a timely manner in front of the eyeballs of your customers.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, guys, that's going to probably wrap up for today's call. Um, if you happen to have questions and you like this, let us know about this. We'll be glad to do some other Q&As moving forward, but keep it basic, really shift towards your sales skills. Get out there, show the passes, get it in front of people, They're gonna love it, right? They might be confused at it at first, but talk them through it. Hey, I just simply say, how would you like to get your message in front of the people that check their mobile devices 100 times per day? And that usually is like, well, what's that? And then you just show them. Literally, it's a 10 to 15-second demo. That's it. And just leave it at that. If they don't get it, they're probably not going to get it.
Mhm.
It's pretty simple to do. All right,
Cool.
guys, listen, enjoy the rest of the day. We'll get this recording up for everybody once school sends that to us. Did you guys like this? Was it cool? Was it helpful? Give me number 3 in chat if it was cool and helpful. Thank
Cool.
you.
All right.
Cool, guys.
All
Enjoy
right.
the
Till
day.
next time. Bye, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Go sell something. Get off your computer. Get out. Go talk to some businesses and go sell something. Bye.